Hey friends, it's your boy BigTCGFan coming at you with another video, and today we're going to continue our Decklist series. And the game I'm going to be showing you my deck for is YuGiOh. Alright, and so what we have here actually is a Spellcaster Pendulum deck. I know it's probably not one of the more powerful top tier decks, but as I've said many times before, I'm just a filthy casual. So let's go ahead and take a look what I got here. First card that I have two of is Magical Exemplar. What I do with this is for graveyard recursion, so it's very important. My deck theme relies on graveyard recursion and tutoring for the cards I need as I drop down big pendulum swings, pendulum casting. Once I have a wall of creatures from pendulum casting, then I can do link monsters and XCs to really power up. So as you can see, we got another one that we go from graveyard recursion and Magical Undertaker. I have two of those. Then we have Crusader of Endymion, and this one right here is designed to buff my guys along with just, you know, being a body. So he's pretty cool. I got two of Crusader of Endymion. I have two Magical Somethings. This right here is another graveyard recursion card. Like I said, I'm looking at bringing things back, siphoning through, tutoring out the pure cards I need. This guy right here, the Defender the Magical Knight, is a guy I have. He's here to protect my guys, keep them safe, you know, because it's not going to be any good if I tutor up a cool guy and then ends up dead. All right, then we have Magician of Faith. This one right here is to get some spells out of the graveyard, so more graveyard recursion. This card is one of the few cards that I would not be able to pendulum summon based on the him and the Magical Undertaker. And now here we have an important card in the deck, the Fairy Tale Luna. You can use this to get a Spellcaster monster with an 1850 attack from your deck, put it into my hand. So it's pretty useful because I have several in the deck that are 1850. So that we could use this to get them out, dig them out. I actually have three of those because some of my pendulum monsters are 1850. Next we have the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. This right here is a tutoring card. I use this to get a spellbook. And you'll see when we get there that I have a bunch of spellbooks. So this card's very useful. I have two of those. Finally, we have one of our big boys. This is the Endymion, the Master Magician. This is a pretty awesome card. Normally, you could only special summon it. Yeah, but you can pendulum get this guy in. It's pretty cool. It blows stuff up. Next, I have the Spellbook of Knowledge. This card is just awesome. There was people out there selling me the Jar of Desires, but I just didn't like exiling the top 10 cards in my graveyard. Versus I can just send a spellcaster to the graveyard or ditch a spellbook from my hand in order to draw two cards. So it's just pretty awesome. I have two of those. Then I have Spellbook of Wisdom. This one's in here just to be able to protect my creatures, you know, in a pinch. I only have one of those. Then I have Spellbook of the Master. I love this card because I can use it as to whatever I need as far as spellbooks go. It's pretty handy. We have Spellbook of Secrets. I can use this to tutor up other spellbooks, and I have two of those. Next, I have one of the Magical Citadel of Endymion, which is a pretty fun little card. I can use it to increase the number of spell counters that I have on my creatures in play. Then I have Dwimmered Path. This is a great way to bring spellcasters back out the graveyard. Next, we have Spell Power Mastery. I use this card to tutor up Endymion. It's pretty handy. I have two of those. Then we have Spell Power Grasp. And I use this card to put spell counters on things. And it's great because it summons, you can use it to get another one. I have two of them. So as soon as I draw one, I basically have two. Next we go into my Pendulum monsters. And as you can see, my strategy here was I have 8s and 2s so that I can get everything in between. So I have two of the Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic. And then I have two of Magister of Endymions. And those are my 8s. So they're pretty awesome. Next we have Reflection of Endymion, and it's pretty awesome. He's a 2, so that basically like I can make sure to get almost all of my creatures and boop right into play, and I have two of those as well. Then last we have Servant of Endymion, which is pretty awesome. Like I said, it's a 2 as well. The idea is that you can get them in there, and you'll notice all of my pendulum monsters are between level 8 and 2. So if I get to that point, I'll be able to, when I already have them out, I can just start pendulum summoning these monsters, or even normal summoning, or special summoning, depending on what I got going on. All right, so here's my extra deck. And what I did with the extra deck is it's 10 different creatures, Xyz and Links. The idea is that I can utilize the different abilities depending on the situation where I need it. Plus that with the pendulum monsters, if I use them as the material or my link, they go on top of the extra deck face up instead of to the graveyard. So I'll be able to turn around the next turn and just pendulum summon those guys right back into play. All right, so we have number 11, Big Eye. And this one's pretty cool because I can just straight steal creatures. And you'll note I have a lot of level 7. They're all level 7 or level 4 here. Hierophant of Prophecy. Pretty handy because I can use it to tutor up. I use its ability to destroy spell and traps based on the number of spell cards in my graveyard. As you saw, I had several. So, all right. So we have Ebon High Magician. This one right here is pretty handy because I can level 7 once again, and it's pretty strong what it does because I can use it to special summon things from my hand or deck, destroying cards. Pretty cool. Then we got the Alchemic Magician. Pretty handy little guy here, or gal, I guess you should say. This one right here, you can use it to detach XC material and to send one hand to graveyard, and send one card from your graveyard, so I can choose a spell card from my deck. So it's a great way to tutor up spells as needed. Then we got number 39, Utopia. So I can detach material to negate an attacks. This is a great way for me to negate enemy attacks. So it's pretty sweet. Tornado Dragon. This is just a way for it to destroy spells and traps. Next we go into the Link monsters. As you can see, I have Decode Talker Extended. This one's pretty handy because what it does is it allows me to make a second attack if the monster I sent is destroyed. So it's pretty cool. So you swing with him, then swing with the monster. If the monster gets killed, I can swing with him again. Crowley, the First Prophecyr. This one is pretty awesome little spellcaster only Link monster. And yeah, so it's pretty nice because your opponent gets to tutor up 3 spellbooks. Your opponent picks one at random, and then you get it, and the other 2 go back in your deck. Then you got YuGiOh, the Scold Red. This one right here is pretty cool because like the more that monsters that you use for the Link, the more variety of abilities it has. As you can see, it has several abilities, which is pretty amazing. And then last but least, this one actually comes with the Spellcaster deck that I used as some of the material for this deck. And you can see it's pretty cool what it does. There's just quite a bit of different doohickeys. Move spell counters and target one card and destroy it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. He's probably the primary guy I would first look at. Alright, so there you go. That is my YuGiOh Spellcasters Pendulum deck. Like I said before, I know it's probably not super powerful. It probably needs some tweaks to it. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? You got what you got. Being a filthy casual, I'm not like too obsessed with it. So this concludes my video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, share if you can. Peace out.